Grab your bats, let's go. Those that need it. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Casey Stadium, where the semi-finals of the 2022 Indoor Masters National Championships are continuing. I'm Cameron Walter alongside Stephen Howell, and coming up now, it is the over 50 men's major semi-final between Queensland and Western Australia. Stephen, good morning once again to you.
Good morning, Cam. Great to be back here on Court 1 at the magnificent facilities here at Casey Stadium in Cranbourne. What a match we're expecting today. We've seen these two in action year on year around this time, semi-final, grand final time. They are obviously over 50s, very seasoned campaigners with some big names in both sides. I think we're in for a thriller.
Yeah, it should be a good one. Why don't you take us through the players taking the court for both sides?
Yep, and Queensland looking to bat first here. Looks like they've possibly, I'm guessing, won the toss here. We have Lee Morphew averaging 19 with the bat. Paul Elliott. Peter Blow, been around for a while with 13 wickets. I think he's the leading wicket taker for the division. Aaron Ponton, Paul Cross, Michael Spillane also with 13 wickets for, if you can believe it, just the 12 runs conceded for his tournament so far. Dion Moore, and rounding out the 8 is Les Ham. For Western Australia, we have Rue Clayton fielding in the covers. Brett Willow Williams, Australian representative, he's going to be opening the bowling here, joined by Trevor Hart, Craig McSweeney, it's his first ball by Willow. Johnny Coolgis with the gloves, Darren Joins at the back sticks, and the two rods, Rod Samut and Rod Bajau, rounding out the 8 for WA. And
the umpire is Ben Brading, and the second ball now. Very slinging action there from Williams.
Yep, good line there, right on middle stump there.
Now these two sides are 1-1 head-to-head throughout the tournament, so expect a cracker today. 12 runs separated them on the first occasion and just 2 on the second, so buckle up, folks.
Queensland chasing down a modest total yesterday in the final pool game between these two sides. Probably just comfortably keeping the last couple of balls out to secure that 2-run victory.
A modest total.
It was only
108.
Well,
it's a pretty good total in indoor, isn't it? Chance there.
It's the second game, was it?
Yeah.
I beg your pardon. I might have been confused with the first game.
Yeah, first game 83 to 71.
That's probably what I was
WA
thinking.
chased that one down. 2 balls remaining in the first over.
Snuck that one inside. Yeah, Spirit Williams, one of the best bowlers going around in this age division, has, I mentioned earlier, represented Australia uncharacteristically just the 5 wickets so far in this tournament. But very difficult man to face, very difficult man to get away. Does move it both ways. Got a great cutter.
Oh. It's a great finish. Just 4 runs from the first over, despite no wickets. So really effective over there.
Yeah, very good bowling.
3 dot balls bowled in it. And he's left these batters on third ball to begin the second over. So third ball in indoor cricket, the score has to change on that third ball. And Rue Clayton will be bowling the over for WA.
Speaking of cutters, Rue Clayton does have an excellent cutter. I think it's the ball we're going to see here. And cuts right into the legs there. Well bowled. Just a single. It's 2 batsmen, Paul Elliott and Michael Spillane, averaging some rather tidy numbers here. Paul Elliott, 18.3 for this tournament with the bat. Michael Spillane, 15.3. You'd like them to produce those figures here. One stuck inside. Another good ball. Just a tip.
Driven, flat, but in the gap, and 2 runs.
Good shot by the batter there.
So interesting that we've seen 2 in the 2 matches. That first one was a 70-80 run.
Yep.
Second one, 100 plus.
No ball.
It's no ball there, front foot. It's a little tough to pick then what sort of par. What do you think?
Well, okay, so there's 2 things at play here, and I think we saw evidence of that possibly in the first game that we commented today, even though...
Oh, it's up,
the shot.
full safe, into the back net. It's not the most convincing of shots, but it's 4 runs in the book.
As the tournament goes on, the players do get tired. We've talked about that earlier, and can spray the ball. You'll see possibly a few more wider leg sides at this stage than you would in the early stages of the tournament. Fair to say the last game with the 45s, Queensland versus ACT, we did see quite a fair share of leg sides and wides. Would you agree, Cam?
Absolutely right, yeah.
So that's going to push the score a little higher. Then you've got the other factor, which is going to send it the other way, which is, of course, the pressure of a final, and probably the need to be a little bit more conservative with the bat, maybe not throw your bat at the ball so much, but there are some very aggressive attacking batters. Spillane, one of them. We'll see if he decides to open his shoulders up here in the third over with Darren Jones on the score, poised at 13 after 2. Fairly even Stevens. It's an early no call there.
Of course, this being the oldest age group at Masters, over 50s, there's a broad range of people. There's people over 60 playing in throughout the division, so lots and lots of experience.
There is.
And Some aging bodies out there. Be a
Lovely
tough campaign in this division. It's a long week. It's been a couple of years since we've played at the national level. Not seeing too much drop-off.
Funny you should mention the break there. Just between games, I was talking with Stewie James from Queensland. He's just played in the 45s game. He made exactly the same observation. We haven't played really high-level competitive cricket for a few years, and the bodies are slightly out of condition.
Yeah.
Well fielded there by Rod Beju on the 2 line. Straight back to Johnny Coolgers, hits the stumps. Top ball
I
results.
tell you what, if someone as fit as Stuart James is describing himself as slightly out of condition, then I need to go and hit the gym on Monday.
I think it was more of a general observation as opposed to discussing how he feels. But
Here's Joins, 2 balls remaining.
That's a lovely shot. Paul Elliott there just patting that one down on the leg side, top of the wire. Safest shot in the house. 2 scored. That'd be a single.
Brings the over to an end. 8 runs from it.
Good over.
And building well here are Queensland.
Yep, 21 runs on the board with an over to go. And looks like Trevor Hart's going to take responsibility for the last over. Had a good tournament, Trevor Hart. 96 runs, just shy of the ton. A few wickets to his name. Just the 5, actually, but he's capable.
The Queensland side, as you say, Trevor Hart bowling the final over to the pair. The Queensland side finished second, so WA are the minor premiers.
Yes.
Queensland actually dropped a game to New South Wales late in the tournament as well. Interesting with, teams arrive at this tournament with squads of 10, 12 players. Yep. So it's a different combination of 8 each time, but I just wonder if that loss might play on the mind of the Queenslanders at all at some point.
Time will tell.
4 balls remain.
It's a good line, just probably a tad short. And we've seen that shot a few times from Paul Elliott. Just turning the body, staying a little bit low, getting on top of the ball, putting it over Craig McSweeney's head for another easy 2, and the score moves along to 24. 3 to come. That's better line, better length. Right at the kneecaps of Michael Spillane. Can't do much with it, keeps it out, but no wicket. Score at 24, game evenly poised. Oh, it's a good ball. That's moved away from Michael Spillane. Had the width there. Width to be driven, and he's missed out there. And we have a 3rd ball situation, I believe the first one of the game, Cam.
Second. Oh, gee, they got away with that, didn't they? Really did. It's a really good delivery to finish from Trevor Hart. But see, sometimes that's all you need to do on 3rd ball. Just get something on it, scamper through from a single, and get rid of the opportunity. 25 runs on the board for the opening partnership for Queensland. It is the over 50 men's major semi-final, a spot in tomorrow's grand final on the line. It's good to have indoor cricket nationals back. We're live from Casey Stadium. If you've just joined us, I'm Cameron Walter, and with me, Stephen Howell. It's going to be interesting to see what sort of a total is defendable here. What do you think Queensland will be targeting?
Well, look, I'm probably going to say I'm just looking at the first pair there. I'm just going to multiply it by 4. But before I saw that 25, I thought 100 would be the benchmark. Anything below, W are going to chase. Anything above, I think Queensland will have a shot at defending here. WA do have a very strong and actually quite attacking lineup. Trevor Hart does like a full ball. He will drive if he gets the opportunity. Brett Williams does like to tee off as well. So we've got a couple of big hitters in there that can hit some runs. And we have seen some rather large scores in this 50 division. So if WA can hold Queensland to, somewhere between 80 and 90, they're going to feel real comfortable. Anything above that, we've got a game. Johnny Coolgers with the ball. Pushes that one down leg side. Johnny Coolgers with a stock in-swinging ball. He likes to bowl. Does move quite a while and quite late, but if the batsman knows it's coming, he can adjust.
It's not often you'll know it's coming. Do you think Is it one of those things you think you could pick?
Look, if you faced him enough, you'll know it's coming. And I've played against Johnny Cool just being a WA boy myself a fair while, so I know what he bowls. I can make room. For someone who hasn't seen him, maybe not. Expect this one to come in on his legs. Just mate.
It's a lovely shot.
Yeah, lovely shot. Just moved his backside out the way. Got the bat through, inside out, into the top of the wire for two. Lovely shot. Aaron Ponton on strike.
Yeah, he'll face his first delivery of the match.
Opportunity here with the flick. Just wide. Ponton averaging just the 10 for the tournament. But, the 10 runs that the Queenslanders will take.
Through the gap, but it'll be a no. Why don't we take a look at some of the players to watch? For Queensland, the captain, Lee Morphew, is the leading run scorer, 114 at 19. Paul Elliott, he's got 110, so just a little less. We saw him in that feature in that opening partnership and contributing to that 25. But a little bit of daylight between those two and the rest. They've sort of spread the runs around fairly evenly, and if we see that over come to an end, 8 runs from it. And look at the WA bowling attack. The leading wicket taker for WA, Craig McSweeney, Michael Fethian, and again, a lot of wickets sort of spread around. So not necessarily, at least statistically, Stephen, any particular strike bowler.
No, and probably, no offence to Craig McSweeney, not the ones you would expect. You expect the likes of Brett Williams, Rue Clayton, Trevor Hart to be the leading wicket takers. But look, it's a team game. Sometimes you can get a spate of run-outs from brilliant fielding. The bowler gets credited. Craig McSweeney just throwing that one down leg side. But just looking at that list of wickets, you had them all. There's actually a fair few wickets there.
Yeah, there is.
Over 10 days.
Yeah,
that's a good tally, isn't it?
It certainly is. They've just spread that around quite nicely. And that's actually the sign of a really well-balanced indoor cricket side where you have multiple options to turn to. They may not necessarily be someone that's going to turn around and get you 3 wickets in an over or something, but they'll chip in with 1 here, maybe 2 there. That's exactly what you'd like as the captain or coach of Western Australia.
Much better delivery there from Macca. Just floating that one in, drifts into the legs. Aaron Ponton unable to get that one away. Bit of pressure building up. Lovely. An opportunity here with a hit. He's got him.
Rod Beju, the late inclusion. They call him Fading Locks. And he's thrown down the sticks. And affected a massive wicket there. The Queensland were just building so nicely. Seeing off all these third ball opportunities. Quite comfortable facing dots. And that's the wicket that WA needed. Nothing wrong with the shot. Not a lot wrong with the decision to run. Everything right with the fielding from Rod Beju.
Just missing out on the height of that. Oh, leading edge, and it hasn't carried. a younger Craig McSweeney might have been diving for that one, but see him just hobbling a little. I'd say his hammies are quite sore. Seems to be a recurring problem with Craig McSweeney at these carnivals. We'll have a giggle about that later.
Final ball of his over.
Oh, lovely.
Whoa.
Lovely.
It's a good finish.
Snuck in.
So 3 dot balls in the over and the wicket, -1 from it, and it will now be third ball to start the 7th over. So a really effective over there from McSweeney. We see that wicket again on the replay. It was just in the right position. The ball fell nicely. Didn't rush it.
No.
Took his time. Threw down the sticks. Good indoor cricket.
Rod Beju, formerly from the ACT, I believe, moved over to WA quite a few years ago now. He's represented WA on 2 occasions, I believe. So firmly a Western Wolf now. You see Rod Samet with the ball, the dentist, coming in around the wicket. Good lines.
Third ball there, and they get away with it.
Craig McSweeney missing out on the little tap back to the keeper on that occasion. Fielding there from McSweeney in the front court.
What was that about? You needed to be a younger McSweeney to dive. He's thrown himself at that.
Oh, look, and that's what Craig McSweeney is known for. He's actually under that uniform wearing knee pads because he does fall on his knees an awful lot. Oh, wow. That's a gorgeous.
Dive on his knees?
We better say dive. We better say dive.
And you were about to say gorgeous shot. You're quite
Yes,
right.
yeah,
Great indoor
lovely
cricket
shot there from Paul Cross. Two scored, might have been two
It's a
anyway.
single. It's called the keeper's net. 1 run.
Just a ever so slightly unusual bowling action from Rod Samet. Not sure if it's deliberate. You just watch him here. There's an ever so slight pause before he delivers the ball. Right there. As a batsman, you rely on a bowler's rhythm to judge the speed at which the ball's going to be coming at you. And that slight little pause in the action just makes you second guess what's coming out of the hand. He's deceptively difficult to pick that line and length. There's that little pause again. Oh, straight into the fielder. Great recovery.
Great work there in the front court, I think, to finish that over. But even when you don't affect a wicket, when you're moving that effectively, getting the ball back into the sticks, it puts doubt in the batter's mind as to whether or not there's a run. So 5 runs from that over, another reasonable one for WA. Fighting back here, they've restricted this pair to 12 runs with 1 over remaining. The total sits on 37.
Yep.
It's game on, folks. Rod Beju, the man who took that run out, is going to bowl the 8th over of the match.
Huge over in the context of this game. If Queensland can pull out a 8 to 10 runs, they'll be pretty much back on track. If Rod Beju can snare a couple of wickets with his in-swingers here, it'd be advantage WA at the halfway point of this innings. It's a short one there. It's going to be 2 scored. Yeah, just dropping that one short. Rod Beju, just the 5 wickets this week in the tournament. So we'll be hoping for a couple in this game. A bit full. First one's short, second one's full. Third one should be right in the slot, Cam. If my maths are correct.
Back of the napkin arithmetic there from Stephen Howe.
No, it's going to hit the net.
Yeah, need to keep those off.
Yep.
Had plenty of time to get there and...
just mistimed the swipe with the hand there.
Yeah, the swipe was probably the wrong option. Should have just grabbed the ball.
Grabbed it, yeah.
We'll forgive him. 3 to come.
Short of a length again.
2 scored.
Brett Williams, just a few words of encouragement there to Rod Beju as he turns around to go back to his mark. Come on, mate. Come on, mate. Get it up. The ball do the work, as they say. Scores on 19. Queensland recovering nicely here. There's a better length. And a good early no call.
Yeah, see, that's exactly what I was referring to before. That one went through the gap. But because of the movement of that front court on previous occasions, the batters were not interested in the run.
No.
So that's earlier work producing a dot. Final ball of the partnership. Tucked around behind square. And you get through for a single and post 20 for the partnership and moves. Queensland scored a 45 after 8 overs. In this, the major semi-final here in the over 50 men's division. On the line is a spot in the grand final. The loser will take their place in the prelim final later today. And let's just check in with the minor semi, which will determine who they will play. It's Victoria up against New South Wales. Victoria, with 4 balls remaining in the 8th over, sit on 35 runs. So early days in that game, but that will be an interesting clash. Remember, New South Wales did get in front of Queensland earlier in the tournament. So anyone's title at the moment. We'll keep you posted on that game throughout this one, but you can, of course, switch over and check it out on the Cricket Australia Indoor Cricket YouTube channel. Sans commentary, thanks to our Frogbox camera. Peter Blow and Dion Moore are at the crease for Queensland. Halfway stage, 45 on the board.
Yep.
They'd be reasonably comfortable with where they're at.
There's 2 batsmen combined average for the tournament, 28 runs. They would love 28 runs here. Peter Blow averaging 15.17 with the bat. Dion Moore been around a while, averaging 13.6. He will be hoping for more. Play on words there, Cam. Sorry, my apologies. Look at Brett Williams. Willow. They call him Serena.
Gets us back underway.
Leg side.
Starts with the leg side. That's right on the money, that
It's
one.
hit the legs, actually. Umpire is indicating that one off the calf.
Yeah, brilliant delivery.
Peter Blow with a bright smile on his face there. I think that one tickled.
And again, that's 2 in a row.
Beautiful delivery.
Certainly is. That just impossible to keep to that, isn't it? Third
Yes,
ball.
indeed.
The score must change on this delivery.
Oh,
And they've gotten away with it.
there's a little bottom edge just past the outstretched hand of Johnny Cool, just behind the stumps there, and they scramble through for the single. Peter Blow will be happy to get away from the strike for a couple here. Hands over Dion Moore and says, "Your turn, mate."
Yeah, Moore will face his first delivery to a rampaging Williams.
Oh, that's pace. Real pace. Right up in the block hole. Gets another shin for his trophy collection. But no stumps.
Well, it's another dot. It's bowled 3 of them so far. It's quality over from Williams. That one
Wow.
a little bit shorter. A little bit of a change up.
I think it took
And,
Dion Moore by surprise there, but
well,
he put it away.
Yep, Moore affected little, almost a pull shot through the leg side to grab 2. Finish the over with 5 runs. Brett Williams unrewarded, none for 9. And the score moves to 50. You take a look on the replay at some of this bowling.
Fair bit of movement there. Look at that. That's for me. That's the ball. Yeah. Excellent over. Excellent bowling by Brett Williams. Just a 9 runs from his 2. Despite the lack of wicket, I think he'd be happy with that. Quite a few dots in there. As we see the leading wicket taker for WA, Craig McSweeney with the ball in hand to bowl his 2nd over.
Play Craig.
Here we go.
Full and driven into the 3 net, and he's home in time. An extra 3 for Dion Moore.
Just
Gee,
over pitching that one.
Dion Moore. You almost want to say Dion Muir. He's obviously a legend of the game.
It is. Indeed he is. A bit short on that occasion.
It's an easy 2 there for Peter Blow.
Peter Blow also been around for a while. A couple of Australian caps there, if I'm not mistaken, Cam. Oh, good ball.
He's also umpired.
Yeah.
Driven.
Again, opportunity.
Oh, it's just come out of Trevor Hart's hand. I wonder what you think, Stephen, of the formation of this 2-man leg side field for Western Australia. You tend to see a lot of these fields be backward square and you know, sort of an onside position there. It's a little bit straighter than usual.
They are indeed. Oh. Just missing the top and middle stump on that occasion. Exactly right, and a big contrast to the field that was placed for Brett Williams with that in-swinging pace on the legs. You notice the leg side fielder was actually behind the crease line. They got Rod Samet in front of the crease line with Trevor Hart. Quite straight, square straight, and that's why. There we go.
Single.
Got away with it, single.
I tell you
But
what else
an opportunity created.
Yeah, absolutely. Although it has to be said, there's been a few occasions where the ball has gone right through that gap between the squarer leg side fielder and the captain there, Trevor Hart. So
And home on that occasion.
yeah, it just interests me that they have that straight field. He's almost standing in front of the 3-line fielder. I'd like to see Trevor Hart go a little bit squarer and try and invite that drive a little bit for them to play straight to the 3-line fielder. But I'm sitting out here. I'm not
look, it took us a couple of games ourselves in a WA45 side to figure out these wider courts and realise that that V, as they call it, between the two-line fielder and the cover fielder in there is quite a bit more open than you would expect on a narrower court. So you do have to field a little bit straighter just to close that gap up a little bit. Again, it depends who's bowling and what the style is. The other thing we have seen a lot of is the front court fielders fielding a little bit further back from that traditional on the D, as they call it, fielding. Not too many guys jumping at the ball that you tend to see, particularly at this level, maybe at the opens level. I think he's grazed the back of the leg there.
Yeah, John Coolgis bowling his second over, went for 8 off the first.
Same little drifting in swing. Pretty much the same ball. Lovely. Just lovely. Not much Dion Moore could do with that. Craig McSweeney just hovering like a hungry beaver in the front court there, waiting for the crumbs. Pressure building. And again, look, there it is.
Oh, needed a direct hit. It was third ball. Peter Blow left quite early. Would have been tight. He's a tall man. It's quick between the wickets, but he wanted just that direct hit.
Johnny Coolgis playing his part to perfection there, getting the ball in exactly the right spot to create that chance. Score, once again, poised at 16. Oh, look, again, right on the hip of Peter Blow.
McSweeney's everywhere in that backward square position. He doesn't miss much. I'm impressed with his fielding down there.
And you, as a batter, you would see that in the corner of your eye, that peripheral vision of this fella just buzzing around, and you.
Last ball. Moving straight to Trevor.
Oh, there's an opportunity's been given.
And it is out. Oh, it's textbook indoor cricket, isn't it? Just getting away the ball in the front court. Need a lucky little rebound, but still there was work to do. And they made no mistake here, Western Australia. Check it out on the replay. Here's the delivery from Coolgis. Blow on strike. Straight to Trevor Hart. Got a hand on the keeper. Did the rest. That's a great indoor cricket wicket, that is. And -2 from John Coolgis' second over. He finishes with figures of 1 for 6.
And that's what pressure does. Great bowling by Johnny Coolgis there. Creating a third ball opportunity and then creating that extra pressure that the lack of scoring can create. Batsman running on a ball that was really not really. It was clear. It was clean hit, but as you say, straight into a fielder. So I think that position there filled quite well. Rod Beju with the ball.
Oh, beaten the chance at the top. Oh, needed a direct hit. Moore. He did a big wide turning circle.
Bit of a pirouette there, wasn't it?
Yeah. Just take a look at this on the replay. Beaten. He was well down. Had to do the big turn. I think the bounce throw wasn't the right option there. Had to really zing it at those stumps. Beju continues. Oh,
good direct hit there.
Direct hit off the second effort.
Shares and Dion pressure under some Dion Moore under some pressure, running between the wickets at the moment. There are going to be some sore and tired legs out there after a long week of indoor cricket. He's on strike now. 4 balls to come in this over.
Full, outside off, and it'll be a dot. Such a grind at the moment, isn't it, for both teams? Just a real grind to try and take some ascendancy in this match. Neither team getting away from the other. Quality indoor cricket. 3 to come. Off the legs. Oh, he had a go, and they'll get away with an extra run there. It was a nothing throw, didn't really need to do it.
No. And that's the pressure just coming off Queensland there, being able to sneak that single. It's a good ball by Rod Beju, right on the backside again.
Certainly been a much better second over compared to the first. He's really got his length right this time.
He has. Lovely.
Oh, it's good fielding there from Williams. I tell you what, there was a chance there. Direct hit, and I think Blow would have been out. But Williams, all his momentum was going away from the stumps, so very difficult to, I mean, necessarily, mind you, but very difficult to hit when you're going away from your target.
He's going to have to bowl that again. Yeah, Brett Williams, a very powerful throw. Take it from me, folks. He can really send that ball in with some power when he wants to. Final ball of this pair. Score is 18. Rod Beju around the wicket.
Oh, there's a chance. It just comes off the net in the right angle if you're a Queensland fan, and falls out of reach of a desperate McSweeney there at backward square. Here it is in the replay. Tucks it around. It just hit that gate, didn't it? Just hit that gate.
Just hit the gate. Yeah, took enough pace off to have a drop out, an inch short of the outstretched fingers of Craig McSweeney. A single results the partnership of 19 and the score at 64, Cam.
Yes, the major semi-final, the over 50 men's. Western Australia up against Queensland in a match that has the makings of a classic. We were talking about earlier, no one side really has the ascendancy at the moment. And I hope you're enjoying it, ladies and gentlemen. We certainly are here from courtside, live from Casey Stadium. I'm Cameron Walter with Stephen Howe. We're here thanks to play.cricket.com.au, where you can find your local centre and get involved in this wonderful format of the game, or perhaps even cast your eye towards the summer and finding your local club and pulling on the pads for outdoor cricket. Of course, Cricket Australia has an enormous focus in the coming 5 years on getting more 5 to 10-year-olds into the game, and play.cricket.com.au is where they can do that. Here's Rue Clayton. Lee Morphew, the Queensland captain, on strike. Gee, wandering around his crease. The keeper was really interested in that.
I think he might have taken them
too early.
Half a second too early. Yeah, we'll have a look on the replay.
There's a reverse angle. Ooh, I tell you what.
There's a bit of drag going. Oh, yeah, so he did lift it after the stumps were broken. He's had a swing at that one. 3 scored.
Gee. Second ball of the match, of the partnership, and the Queensland skipper's running at it. Ham on strike now. Fumble into the side net for 2.
Kicks the ball away in disgust.
Oh, it's just such an active front court there on that side of the court there for WA.
Trevor Hart, Craig McSweeney, 2 very energetic 50-something-year-olds. Oh, wow. Les Ham, what a shot.
Yeah, just wonderful placement. Just guided that right through that gap. These wide courts here on Court 1 at Casey Stadium. Helps himself to a massive 5 runs.
Positioned himself beautifully for that drive.
I'll tell you what, Rue Clayton hasn't done too much wrong in that over, and they've taken him for 13 runs.
Huge.
Queensland will be loving that. Clayton finishing with figures of none for 22.
It's a seesawing affair, isn't it?
Well, that over really helps Queensland. That gives them a shot at 90 plus, perhaps even 3 figures. And that's, we always talk about 3 figures being just such a psychological goal. If you post that batting first in a final, whether it's sudden death or not, it just makes the run chase just a tiny bit harder.
It does.
Darren Joynes is going to bowl the 14th over. Morphew helps himself to 2.
Oh, a little direct hit with the tap, but comfortably home. Jonesy was a little bit off with his length in the first over. I think he went for 11, I'm not mistaken, 10 or 11 in his first.
8.
8, beg your pardon. Just finding himself a tad short on this occasion to Les Ham. Another 2 runs. Oh, yeah.
Happy days.
A little bit of a trot down the pitch. Showing great intent, the captain. Lovely shot for 2.
I'm still in, as you see a leg side there, I'm still in disbelief of the second ball. Yeah, I just ran at it. If that's not a statement of intent, I don't know what is. 2 to come.
He's straight again. You know, if anything, what it's going to do is now start playing on the minds of the bowler. This guy might be charging. He might do I change my length? You know. Batter, outthinking bowler. Gorgeous.
I'm sure which net that's caught. It has caught the side, so another 2 runs to Ham and another great over for
Indeed.
Queensland. 12 runs from it. They find themselves on 25 with 2 overs to come in this partnership, and they've advanced the score to 89. So barring any wickets from WA, it's almost certain here that Queensland will get past that magic 3-figure mark, Steve.
Yeah, no, they're on track to post a very good total here. Trying to think who WA have left to bowl.
Will be Samet for this over.
Samet for this one, definitely. I think Trevor Hart's got one up his sleeve.
Yeah, spot on.
So, you know, they've got a quality bowler to come for the 16th, Rod Samet. Slight pause in the action, and there it is. I love the shot again. It's really a chanceless inning so far from these two.
Well, with the exception
of the second ball, but still landed safe for 3, so no real opportunity for WA so far this pair.
Touch around backward of square for a single to the Queensland captain. Oh, there was an opportunity there. He hit it too well, did Ham. And again, great fielding there from Western Australia. Hart can't believe it. Just needed it to hit.
I think he knew he had him.
Oh, he had it to pace.
Yeah.
He's out by a mile.
There is that. Oh!
And fumbled.
Spilled the beans.
You can't do that. You can't throw down the stumps after there's no wicket like that. You want to be careful. That's classic time wasting. But Samet disappointed he's dropped that catch. And again, Lee Morphew just chancing his arm.
I'm not so sure it was a... Yeah, the throw had some frustration to it, but...
it doesn't matter.
Sometimes the batters think, oh, that's going to be caught, and they stop running. So you try the run out
afterwards.
It was
clear that was not a second effort. That was I'm annoyed that I dropped it. Yeah. Last ball.
Last ball.
Fended through the onside there for another 2 to Ham. And 8 runs from the over. They move now to 97. A massive final over to be bowled here in this innings. It'll be the WA skipper to bowl it. As you just see there on the replay, his effort there. That, well, slight missed opportunity there against Lee Morphew. Here's the catch. You can see Ham's well and truly is standing in his crease.
You're exactly right. Yeah.
You can't do that.
Apologies, I didn't know exactly where Les Ham was, and on the replay, it's clear he was making himself lunch, I think, behind that crease line. So yeah, comfortably home.
Final over
Partnership
the
on
innings.
33. Sorry, I beg your pardon, Cam.
Final over the innings now. The WA captain Trevor Hart has the ball in hand, and it's difficult to overstate how important an over it is. This for both sides. Hart gets us underway, and a massive wicket. What a wicket it was. Straight to Clayton there in the front court, who just did the work.
He did.
Did the work.
Didn't
panic.
Quite close up. Look at his placement here. He's on the D. Look at that, right there.
He's flirting with being inside that exclusion zone, isn't he? So that dotted circle you can see that surrounds the batter there is an area that the fielder is supposed to stay out of until a shot is played. I think Clayton was okay there, even on the replay, but you want to be careful.
Not only can you not step inside, you can't lean over.
It's like an invisible wall.
It's a wall. Yeah, it's a wall.
But a big wicket for WA. Or another great delivery from Hart.
Right in the block hole. Very good bowling. Three balls to come. The score at 94.
Oh, chance for Beju. The throw's wide.
Compared to his earlier run out in the innings, that one a lot higher from Les Ham. Rod had to wait for it and really get rid of it quite quickly. Well and truly wide of the mark on that occasion.
Driven straight to Beju. It'll be a single.
Hey, Morph, you can't believe it. Oh, he had a paddock. He could have hit that an inch or so to the left or right. It would have been a certain 5 runs. Just found the shin of Rod Beju. Final ball from Trevor Hart. Oh, beautiful.
Finish with a dot ball, and that is a great over from the WA skipper. No runs from it when it looked certain that Queensland would get past 3 figures. Instead, they'll settle for 97. They won't be too disappointed with that. Batting first in a major semi-final. Well, it's going to be an exciting run chase, Stephen. Who's your money on?
Oh, look, we spoke about this at the start of the game. What score we'll be looking at, anything below 100. WA be feeling fairly confident they can chase anything over. Queensland probably feel fairly comfortable to defend. The score is at 97. I flip a coin. I can't pick from here. We spoke about some of the aggressive batsmen in the batters of Australia in the WA side. So interesting to see whether they come out firing or whether they choose to play a more conservative game and just slowly build the score, 1 ball at a time, and get the job done with a little bit of a buffer. We'll see.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for your company, Stephen. I understand you're taking a break from the commentary box now. And enjoy as the match as it unfolds.
Thanks, mate. Pleasure being here. I'll hand over to my colleague Dave McKay for the second innings.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. We've got an exciting run chase coming up here in the over 50 men's major semi-final. We should check in as well with the minor semi-final. Victoria batting first in that game have posted 105, so they'll feel very comfortable having posted that in the minor semi. The sudden death minor semi up against New South Wales. And coming up after this game, it's the over 40s major semi-final between Queensland and New South Wales. That's at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time. At 3:15, it's the over 35 men's minor semi-final, sudden death between New South Wales and North Queensland. And we've got 2 prelims to finish the day. 5 p.m. it's the over 45s, and 6:45 p.m. the over 35 men's division. So do stick with us throughout the day. I hope you are enjoying our live coverage from Casey Stadium here in Victoria. I'm Cameron Walter, and joining me now in commentary, David McKay. David, 97 on the board for Queensland. What do you think?
I think Queensland will be very happy with that in the major semi. Interesting watching from the side down near the front court. Geez, WA had some chances in that last over. Queensland could have easily a couple of wickets off, and the runs they scored off the ball could have been 85. So a bit of luck for Queensland. So hopefully WA get off to a good start, and it's a good close game, or being a WA person, an easy win for WA, but I think it'll be a close one.
Yeah, it's got all the hallmarks, doesn't it, as Rue Clayton and John Coolgis take the crease for WA for the all-important opening partnership. Paul Elliott is the bowler, and the umpire Ben Brady gets us back underway for the run chase in the major semi-final. It's a dot to start, well bowled, good lines.
That's exactly where they'll be targeting. Rue Clayton, Johnny Coolgis bat together very well. Generally get the boys off to a good start, so they'll be looking for exactly that.
It's good movement there from Clayton, but also in the front court there from Paul Cross, getting in the way of that, stopping it from hitting a net. It's a single. Tucked around the corner.
Nice 2. Bread and butter for Johnny. He doesn't mind having them there. Interesting to see a lot of right-hand bowlers coming around the wicket for the indoor game compared to the outdoor game. Bit of a difference in the line of length required.
And David, that's all about targeting the legs, yeah?
Correct.
Yep.
Yeah, obviously the outdoor bowlers want to nick them off to the keeper and the slips. We don't want to do that here, and it's more about getting your front half involved and getting the run-outs.
Wait for the umpire to confirm which net that hit. It did hit the side net, so 2 runs. And 1 ball to come in this first over, courtesy of Paul Elliott.
There's a bread and butter for Johnny again.
A little half chance there in the front court, but played well and truly home, and a reasonable start there for WA in this run chase. 7 runs from the over. David, how do you go about constructing this run chase if you're WA? 97 is not exactly a small total to chase. You need basically all 4 of your partnerships to fire. What would be the message from the Brains Trust here in WA about how they go about it?
I don't think there's any panic at all. I think our boys can bat and bat really well. I think if they just go for their 20-25 a batting pair and see how they end up, which in theory is what Queensland ended up doing, with one batting pair getting a bit more at 33 and a batting pair getting less at 19 and 20. But I don't think it's out of the question at all.
Dion Moore's going to bowl the second over. Coolgis on strike. It's off the leg.
Well bowled.
Yeah, Dot. You've been fairly on the money so far with targeting that leg side line there, the Queensland bowling attack.
Yeah, that one was just a bit fuller. Johnny's bread and butter is probably above the knee, where he plays that pull shot.
It's also off the leg. They'll get through for a single. Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? In indoor cricket, it's often proven to be an effective tactic to actually pitch it up there, because you often find a lot of indoor cricket batters are so attuned to playing it down up or playing it across the line that they're not well equipped to deal with what you would ordinarily just drive.
No, and I think with that target with 2 on the leg side, quite often I'll say to our guys, you're hitting the hips and toes. And if you hit the hip and they tuck it around the corner, you've got a guy in the corner on the leg side. And if you hit them in the toes, but they hit the ball and it comes off the side net, you've got the second fielder leg side and the 2-liner. Pick it up, top stumps.
No ball.
It's a no ball plus runs.
Front foot +2.
Just wait for the signal from the umpire. Front foot, no ball. Gee, that's almost unforgivable, isn't it, in indoor cricket?
Yeah, the only time it's worse is when a spinner does it.
Yeah.
I think Dion was asking the umpire the question how far over he was, but I'm not sure he got a response. I'm not sure the umpire needs to respond, actually.
Indeed.
Always nice as a bowler to get the answer, but...
Well, I'm not exactly innocent of ever bowling a front foot no ball, but at this level, when you're coming in off, it's only possible to really come in off 5 or 6 steps.
Yeah.
It's really difficult to understand how people are doing it. I mean, you'd forgive the odd one. It's not like he's bowled 20 of them.
No, I think it's just the extra effort.
Just having a look, he does really get up there. They're going to get away with a single here. Queensland uncharacteristically not tidying that ball up, and it's always live in indoor cricket unless the umpire says otherwise or a wicket falls, and they steal a run there off the last ball.
Generally find the 2-liners come back and back that up, but obviously thinking it was a reasonably easy throw back to the top stumper, they just didn't go. A bit of a fumble, and the bonus runs a big bonus for WA.
Well, it also shows it's illustrative of the fact that WA are switched on. They were watching for that, and they were ready to take it when it was offered to them. They find themselves on 17 runs already, David, with 2 overs remaining in the pair. This is a dream start for WA. Question now is, how do Queensland respond, and can WA continue with it? Aaron Ponton is going to bowl the 3rd over to the pair. Full and wide, outside off.
Johnny's eyes lit up for a down up 3 there. He hit a couple of them last night. Nice. Dug it out.
Yeah, it's a good adjustment. A very similar delivery and a change of approach from Coolgis. An effective change at that. Up-ish, falls safe. A little fumble gives Clayton enough time to get home. Clean gathered direct hit. What do you think? Tight?
Oh, no, out. Yeah, I think Rue sort of started to dive and then he realised he fumbled and slid on his knees. That's got to hurt a bit.
Oh, that'll be out, surely. The first chink in the armour.
Yes.
Cool just hit and ran. Don't know that he's happy with the lack of response from Clayton, but look, I think the call was probably too aggressive, David.
Yeah, I
See
think
here
so.
on the replay. What do you think? Is there a run here?
No, straight to the fielder. I think Johnny even jumps up to try and get in the way. That sort of makes up for the non-clean gather of the ball before, and same fielder involved.
A big wicket there as Ponting continues. The drive into the backcourt for 3 is the response from Clayton, but WA absolutely had the ascendancy prior to that wicket. Still in a very strong position, mind you, but that's an important wicket for Queensland.
Just got to take the risk out, especially early on.
Oh, I think he's made double contact with that, but
That's over.
still get a single. 3 runs from the over. A better one for Queensland, but 20 runs on the board for WA in this all-important opening partnership in pursuit of Queensland's 97. We're live from Casey Stadium, this magnificent facility here in Victoria. We'll soon play host to, well, the first Indoor Cricket World Cup since what? 2015? Is that the last one?
Jeez.
Was it 2017? Can't remember. It was in Dubai, one of those years.
I'm probably going to say 2017. Masters was 2019. Juniors 2018. So you're probably right, 2017.
Yep. Here's Paul Cross. Driven. This time the call is no. So yeah, it's been a long time since the last Opens Indoor Cricket World Cup, and that's coming up in October. So looking forward to that, as well as the T20 World Cup also here in Australia. Cross continues. Oh, dearie me.
Direct hit, he might have been in trouble there.
Gone for all money.
Paul Cross bowling well around the wicket. Just that fuller length again. Johnny can't play that pull shot. I don't think he minds the off drive either. The on drive, sorry.
Driven, it's flat in a fairly wide gap there for 2. And 3 balls remain.
Skin's not important, obviously, but they can get a couple of 2s, get in front, give him a bit of confidence for next pair.
Oh, it's a no ball. Oh, it's out too.
Oh.
The bouncing bat. A huge wicket for Queensland. The WA were largely in charge, but not anymore. 2 wickets in the last 2 overs here have put Queensland in the box seat.
Yes, front foot.
They just need to consolidate now. Last 2 balls, get a couple of 2s. Keep it positive.
Driven.
Oh, he would have liked to see that go through.
Yeah, it's interesting. There's just this, in reaction to the wickets, there's some more aggression from these two. In the sense they're not happy with where they're at. 2 balls remain. Full. Driven again into the side net.
Oh.
Good piece of fielding from Cross off his own bowling. Can't hit the sticks. 3 runs. They move the score to 21 with the ball to come.
Finish it off here, nothing silly.
Last ball.
Oh, a bit of a leading edge.
We'll take it.
Yeah, they get away with 2 and post 23. The match still incredibly evenly poised. That was a bit of a roller coaster. It was all WA for those first 2 overs, and a great fight back from Queensland. Typical of the entirety of the match. It's just proving to be a really tight tussle, David.
Oh, I think the 2 games during the week with these guys were very close. I think
12 runs and 2 runs.
I was just going to say last night's game was only a couple of runs, so just continuing on. And as a player, and even just watching the game, you like seeing those close ones. I'm not sure you like being involved, depending on if you're on the winning or losing side, but you do like watching those close games. And
well, that game last night that you're referring to, Queensland won 110 to 108 on 3rd ball for the last ball of the game, and needed 3 runs to win it. And the Queensland captain Lee Morphew hits a 4.
Oh.
Like, does it get any better than that?
No.
That's close indoor cricket. But back to this game. It's Trevor Hart and Craig McSweeney at the crease. Here's Peter Blow. Oh, a chance at the top to throw. Well offline. The second effort from Peter Blow. Very interesting.
Yeah, calling again from WA. Last bit he had a couple of run-outs probably didn't need, and first ball these guys are, mind you, it was hit straight to the fielder.
Oh, that's out. That's out on the replay.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Second effort for Peter Blow. Had Hart short of his ground. Got away with it, WA.
2.
I think the communication you're talking about there, that shot that Hart played, I don't think he expected it to hit the fielder.
No.
And it just popped straight up for the other fielder. So,
All bowled.
could almost understand the call that he made, but yeah, it was incorrect in the end.
Good over so far by Peter, so... Not the traditional down-up pull shot, but effective.
Well, yeah, if you're going to hit it flat, hit it hard. Puts the fielders on the back foot. You're only in danger if you hit it too square.
Oh, no.
That'll be out.
Oh,
Two
missed.
at one end. Oh, he's still on.
1.
Just make sure he's in the way of the ball. I don't think Peter Blow realised he had so much time. He almost could have just walked to the stumps with that. Well, moved to the stumps. He was on his knees.
Well, even if he didn't, he just could have bounced into the keeper.
Yeah, true. Had lots of options.
Just the helter-skelter of everything, and probably not as much chat as needed to be. Oh.
Which net is that hit? It's caught the side first.
No,
So it's 4 runs.
Oh, yes, 2.
Yeah. So that over had a little bit of everything, folks. There was the run out off the first ball, not given. An opportunity late in the over for Peter Blow.
Here's that replay.
Missed. Yeah, check this out. Out.
Yeah, he's 2. Jeez, I thought live he was quite easily in, but...
Queensland captain to bowl.
Nice shot.
2.
WA just need to keep building this. Sneak in under the radar, just build those runs up. Shot. Good bit of fielding.
Oh, it's great. He's given this time. I thought that time he was in. This will be another interesting replay, but just sharp fielding from Queensland. And yet again, just as WA started to gain some ascendancy, Queensland hit back. Here it is on the replay, thanks to play.cricket.com.au.
The
stump's just out of vision. It's home for me. Take a wider shot now.
Oh, probably just, maybe. On the line out.
Yeah, look, it's tough because you just need that moment of the gather and when he takes the bails. But very tight. And an important wicket again for Queensland.
Bit of payback for the first ball, maybe.
Yeah. Well, that'll be out. The deflection and well judged second effort there from Peter Blow, and another wicket falls. A huge over this is turning out to be for Queensland. You can take a look on the replay here. An aggressive shot from Hart. A misfield, it has to be said, and it falls safe for a diving Peter Blow.
Just needed to hit that in the middle a bit more and get it up. That's better. Keep it simple. I don't think McSweeney's looking for a second.
They don't run twos. Final ball.
As much as he'd get the runs, he's not looking for a second.
Here we go. Captain to captain.
Gets the fuller. You probably wanted to go to back net again.
Yeah, one gets the feeling that even though that over went pear-shaped for WA, we're not going to see much of a change in the approach of Trevor Hart. He's still going to try and take the game to Queensland here. Here we go. This is the run out.
Yeah, I'd say he's probably out.
Yeah, I mean, the bails are unsided, but just a...
Look at where his hands are.
Yeah, exactly.
I tend to think they're through the stumps by then. Oh no, what's Macca done? Twinge the hammy maybe?
Yeah, he's just getting some work, and while he does that, we'll check in with the minor semi-final taking place right now, and again, that's between New South Wales and Victoria. The over 50 men's minor semi-final, sudden death. Victoria batting first, posted 105. New South Wales with they're in at the beginning of the 8th over are on 51, so well and truly on track to chase that down. So that's going to be quite a thrilling run chase. If you do want to check that out, you can flick over to our live stream of that match without commentary. That's on the Cricket Australia Indoor Cricket YouTube channel, so you can follow along with that match. And again, coming up next, the over 40 men's grand final between major semi-final between Queensland and New South Wales. That's at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time. 3:15 p.m. it's the over 35 minor semi-final between New South Wales and North Queensland. And from 5 p.m. the two preliminary finals, over 45 and over 35 men. So lots of indoor cricket action to come. That's what's on this channel. The other games, of course, available to you on the Cricket Australia Indoor Cricket YouTube channel. So check it out. We get ready to get back underway here. McSweeney seems to be okay and will indeed complete his innings. Dion Moore will bowl the 7th over. It'll be his 2nd over. He went for 10 off his first. And Trevor Hart is on strike. And we're back underway. Playing with fire, WA.
Yeah, they need to be looking to get 10 off his over again. Get the partnership, get the pair back where they need to be, and then finish off with another 10. And that gives the last two pairs a chance.
It's a good piece of fielding. Just keeps it off the net. A single.
Most other centres, that'd probably be a 2. Just that lower roof net. I think if he bowls full here, it might be a chance for going to the back net. No. It's all right, take the 2.
Just to your point about the nets, it's interesting. One of the interesting characteristics of the indoor form of the game is the rules were written at a time when indoor centres were being built in old warehouses and things like that, so they were all sort of varying dimensions in terms of the space available for the court. So our rules allow for a full metre variance in the height of an indoor cricket court, and about the same in width and length. So you can get lots of different variations on an indoor cricket court.
Yeah, and I think for the space needed to get as many courts in as possible for the business owner to bring some dollars in to make it worthwhile. Quite lucky here, if I'm thinking right. This is a government-built stadium, plenty of space, and they're definitely on the. I'm thinking on the extreme of the dimensions allowable for a good-sized court.
Yeah, the City of Casey here looking after this facility, managed well by the YMCA. 1 ball remaining in the 7th over. And they didn't quite get 10, but they take 8 from Dion Muir. Half of those runs coming... Dion Moore. I was commenting before about how I'm used to... If I'm saying Dion Moore, I'm used to saying Dion Muir. Dion Moore, 8 runs from the 2nd over, and they move back to 13 again. A critical over coming up for both sides. WA will be desperate to push this partnership north of 20. But for Queensland, if they can come up with another wicket, as they did for Paul Cross's previous over, he's bowling again now, I think Queensland will feel like they're in control.
Yeah, I think they would be in the box seat. These guys don't get it 20-22.
Oh,
He's called it.
Yeah. Umpire Ben Brady took his time signalling that one. I thought he was going to call it fair in the end. Let's take a look at the replay, thanks to play.cricket.com.au. Yeah, that's
definitely
wide.
wide.
Yeah,
I think Dion Moore would take the Dion Muir as a big compliment.
absolutely.
Absolute quality player back in the day.
Let's come back in and hit the body. It'll be a dot.
Saying back in the day makes him sound old. I don't think he's really that old, Dion Muir, so. Well played. Bowling good areas, but a good shot.
Four balls remain in the partnership.
WA just need to keep it simple. Get some runs, no risk.
It's driven into the back court for 5. Big runs for WA. They needed that.
Not quite the no risk I was thinking of, but it was along the ground, so can't get caught.
Just into the gap, just well placed.
These big courts just give you those gaps. It's good in a way. That's when you're batting, but if you're the bowler, it's not so handy.
Let me tell you, if I played on a court this wide, I would go for about 35 a game, I think. Yeah. Who am I kidding? I go for that on small courts. 2 to come. She's had a couple go either way here, these two. He's persisted with that line to Trevor Hart. Some have been wide, some have been in and safe, but still 2 balls remaining.
Yeah, he gets to re-bowl them, so the WA boys will hopefully take advantage. And shot needs to run. Throw wasn't quite there.
Another 2 to the total, and courtesy of that back net shot and the extras, they've fought back to 26, this pair. They were only on 13 at the start of this over. The 1 ball remains now. Oh, what a shot to finish. The beauty of that shot is not only the runs, but the confidence and the momentum that will give to the next pair.
Absolutely.
2 runs from the final ball gives them 15 from that over. Paul Cross, after getting 1 for 3 off his first, finishes with 1 for 15. 1 for 18, I should say. And WA are more than halfway there at the halfway stage after a brilliant recovery there late in the second partnership from Trevor Hart and Craig McSweeney. 8 overs remain in this, the major semi-final. What's on the line? Well, it's a spot in tomorrow's grand final. The loser will have to take on the winner of Victoria and New South Wales in the minor semi, also taking place right now. On the court for WA, Brett Williams and Darren Joins. And the bowler for Queensland is Aaron Ponton. And we're back in action. And Ponton starts with a great rock.
Jeez.
Knocks over Brett Williams right when they needed it, Queensland. I was just talking about momentum and confidence that last pair gave to this pair, and bang, it's gone in an instant.
I'm a little bit wary of saying too many things when we're batting because I don't want to give commentators curse, but I was thinking of saying Brett Williams has hit the most run for the WA 50s with 112 in his 6 games, but yeah, that's better.
Brett Williams doesn't really strike me as the kind of guy who's going to worry too much about that pole. I'm sure it would have annoyed him.
No.
But I'd be surprised if he doesn't still finish with a reasonable score here.
Yeah, I think the plan will be to make those runs up.
Yeah. 2 runs for Joins to open his account.
I wouldn't say Brett's a traditional down-up batter, but can do it.
Oh. Falls safe off hands. Through for a single.
I think Paul on the leg side there was going, just knock it up for me.
Yeah. I can't believe that didn't stick. I'm not sure why there wasn't a better second effort there, but from Elliott, I'm not sure he read it quickly. Go through for a single. Joins.
I think Brett called reasonably loud there, but it had to go louder because Darren needs to look at him. I know he was trying to get back in his crease, but you've got to look at your batting partner. There's plenty of noise around from other courts in the crowd. Much better. No risk. Easy 2 runs.
Down-up cricket might not be your natural game, but when the ball's short and wide like that, it can be.
The old kadunk.
Yeah. 2 runs from that final delivery. They fight back after the wicket, post 3, and move to 54. 7 overs remaining as the Western Australian side pursues Queensland's 97. Still game in the balance. Either of these sides can triumph here. It's well within reach for both of them.
So Michael Spillane's going to bowl. He's had a pretty good tournament with the ball. He's got 13 wickets and only conceded 12 runs. So interesting they've left him. I don't think he's bowled an over yet. Ah, that's why. I was thinking he was a spinner there, hence bowling late, so we can get a better grip on the ball, but he came out a bit quicker.
It's left arm orthodox, but by the look of it, but with a bit of pace.
Yeah, looks like he has a bit of a jig as he starts his run-up.
Yeah, it's almost more like cutters the way that he's bowling them, but a little bit of theatrics in the approach and the attack, so
it's a bit slower.
It's all elements to confuse, but that was more a traditional spinner. Oh, plays and missed.
Stayed in his crease, only just.
Tell you what, he wanted a big piece of that, didn't he?
Oh,
Darren Joins.
The eyes lit up, I think.
Oh, mate. Whoa. Clean gather, that might have been out. 2 to come.
Same
beaten
again. Oh. It's that good a ball. He's beaten the keeper as well as the batter.
Yeah. It'll be 3rd ball, though. Score has to change. Joins struggling to pick this. Just playing the wrong, as if he's playing for the wrong length. Forget about the turn.
That's the one he wanted.
Yeah.
I think he wanted that 2 balls ago, but
absolutely.
3rd time lucky.
And that's just unlucky there for Spillane. He's bowled a pretty reasonable over there, not the least of which included the 3rd and 2nd last deliveries, but Joins didn't panic, was up to the task, and when one was just a little over pitched, he cashed in.
Yeah, I think that was the one, just that little bit fuller compared to the other 2. Didn't get as much time to cut off the deck, and Darren's put it down the back net. I think these 2 will play that way anyway. I don't think they're going to go up and down for the 1s and 2s.
Peter Blow to bowl the 11th over. It's an aggressive call.
Peter's also had a good tournament with the ball. He's, what did I say, he's got 13 wickets as well, and only conceded 36, so he'd be happy with those stats. Is that the curse?
Oh, well, you'd forgive the odd leg side.
Can I say it again?
Go for it.
Just to help our boys out a little bit. Shot.
Plenty of room. Manufactured room, but room nonetheless. 2 runs to the total.
It's finals cricket. You've just got to take those easy ones. You're going to get enough hard ones. Just take the easy ones. Don't complicate it. Shot. Run it out.
If you haven't picked up on this at home, folks, my colleague here in the commentary position is from WA. Therefore, has a vested interest. Falls safe.
Got away with it.
Yeah.
I am giving the Queenslanders some compliments. 2 of their bowlers have 13 wickets. Not so many runs conceded.
Well, I think you've got 2 vested interests. One is in the success of WA, but the other is in a good game.
I do like a good game.
So it's all right. 1 to come in, Blows over.
Oh.
Just didn't come out of the hand.
No.
Right there from the Queensland captain. 8 runs from that over. These two have moved to 22. And once again, we come down to the final over of a partnership where it's going to prove critical. These guys have moved within, 25 runs of victory. If they're leaving the last pair less than 25, less than 20, WA will feel like they're in the box seat. But box seat or no, those are going to be really hard runs to get. Queensland, if they, by contrast, a wicket, maybe two, leave the last pair needing 30 plus, very different game.
Absolutely. These boys just need to consolidate now. If they want to have that rest this afternoon, consolidate, give the last pair an easier run, not an easy run. You've got Rod Beju and Rod Zammit to come in last. So
here's Ham. Starts full and wide. Williams waiting for the wide call, and Ben Brading shows him that it was about a foot inside the wide line. Not sure Williams is convinced. And it'll be third ball. Driven.
Oh.
Did that come off the non-striker or the fielder?
Yeah, I thought it would come off Darren.
Yeah.
Which is kind of surprising because they normally run on the other side when there's two on the leg side. Yeah, good call. Three balls left in the over. Shot. That's all they need to do. Don't take any chances.
2 balls remain. Within 20 runs of victory now. 26 balls in total left in the match.
Well done.
Little fends. Plenty of time to make good their ground. They take a single.
Well bowled by Les. That's just trying to target the legs. Bowled in the right spot. Last ball. Nothing silly here.
Happy to see that off. It's almost a declaration within the partnership, that is. 28 runs for the pair. And, WA looking good here at the moment. They're going to need, 19 runs to win the major semi-final.
Yeah, that pair batted very well, apart from the first ball of the innings, obviously, where Brett got bowled. The boys batted very well. Ones and twos where they needed to. Couple towards the back net. They've given the last pair an easier run.
It's
so
the two Rodneys, Zammit and Beju, 20 runs to win. Are you feeling comfortable there, David?
I wouldn't say I'm feeling comfortable, but knowing these guys, or these two in particular, pretty well, got a bit of confidence going in.
Well, final 4 overs of the major semi, a spot in tomorrow's grand final on the line. Here's Elliott to Rod Zammit. Starts with 2.
Good shot to start. I think Paul was trying to get the Yorker in first ball for a wicket as well, but
off the legs, they scamper through for a single.
good ball. Right spot. Hit the target, just didn't get the reward. Shot.
Oh, huge runs for WA. Huge runs. Yeah. They move to 86.
You can't bowl there to Rod Zammit. Loves the on drive. And on these wider courts, you'll take the cover drive as well. Well bowled. Well played by Rod Beju. Ball was in the right spot though.
Well, the way it's positioned now, Queensland are going to need wickets to win the game. 1 or 2.
Good call.
misfield, but the sight of Morphew attempting to slap that back was enough
Last ball.
to keep both rods in their crease. One to come.
Such a big advantage having a lefty in there.
Massive. Especially one as imposing as Morphew is.
Yeah.
Height, power, strength.
Sharp.
Gee, that's good movement there from Samet to be able to play that shot. 11 runs from the first over of the pair when they need 19. As I was saying earlier, David, Queensland now need wickets. Dots aren't good enough. They need wickets if they're going to stay in the game, and for mine, at least 2, if not 3 of them.
Yeah, look, I agree. I think dot balls will help get to the wickets, building a bit of pressure.
I just don't think there's enough time left. 3 overs.
Don't get me wrong, I do agree, but if they're bowling balls that are getting hit for runs, they're even less chance again. If they can at least get some dots and build a little bit of pressure.
True enough.
You never know.
Here's Spillane. Oh, chance here. There it is. There's one.
Yeah.
That's what they needed. Spillane went unrewarded in what was a creative first over this time.
There's the lefty
They
in
cash
cover.
in. Yep. And a big wicket.
Yeah, I think Rod knows he's hit that very well, seen it quite clearly. He just needed to get it down up.
Well, Queensland stay alive in the major semi-final. Spillane continues. Oh, it's a good response from Rod Beju. Just got run out off a brilliant piece of fielding. Doesn't panic. Waits for the ball. Claims are down up 2.
They just got to keep plugging away. Queensland just got to get the ball in the right areas.
That's another great delivery from Spillane. It's when he hits that length that he's trouble.
Yeah. Well, you're not sure whether to go forward, and you're not sure whether to go back. And then if you do go forward, there's 2 on the leg. Actually, there's not. There's 2 on the offside now.
Yeah, I think contrast to that arm ball, the 2 on the off are looking for that edge.
Yeah. Going across the right-handers.
Yeah. 2 balls remain.
Oh, good ball.
Playing across the line and against the direction of the turn, inviting an opportunity for Queensland. It's been a great over from Spillane. There's 1 ball remaining. What can he do for Queensland? It's Spillane to Beju. Oh, it's up.
Oh.
It's through the gap at full safe. They claim 2, no runs off the over. And WA still 8 runs away. 2 overs remain now, and again, Queensland still need wickets. You would think 1 may be enough, but 2 probably would be. 2 wickets. Obviously depends on the runs that are scored around it. Let's do a quick check-in with the minor semi-final, the sudden death minor semi-final. New South Wales will need 20 runs from the last over against Victoria. And that's sudden death indoor cricket, that is. And New South Wales were looking strong early. A great fight back from Victoria. The winner of that game will, of course, face the loser of this one.
Nice 2 to start with. Lee Morphew, the Queensland captain, bowling. So I expect this will be a quality over. As long as there's no wickets for WA, they should be fine. Oh, gets that clean.
Because it isn't sudden death, so it's not the end of the world for the team that doesn't win this game, but it's another game they have to play.
Yeah. It's good to have that break.
Oh, it's a chance for the keeper here. Just can't quite gather it. There's great contact from Beju, but when you play so square, you run the risk of getting, well, almost running yourself out.
Yeah, especially when it's low. Get that down up square. It's not so bad. Gives you a bit more time, but yeah, comes back off that net pretty quick. Shot.
Chance again. They've got a hit.
Oh.
Do it. And WA move in front with 8 balls remaining. Still sticking with, I think, 2 wickets. Would probably be enough. 1. Oh, it is 2. They caught the side net. WA moved to 100, 7 balls remaining. May have just snuck up to 3 wickets required.
Shot.
Single to finish. So WA will begin the final over of the match. 4 runs in front of Queensland. I can confirm that Victoria will win the minor semi-final and end New South Wales' tournament. So Victoria have advanced to the over 50 men's prelim final and will take on the loser of this match, ladies and gentlemen.
So Les Ham's got the last over. I think WA will be looking just to get that 2 to put them 6 ahead. So then it definitely requires the 2 wickets in the over. They may even sit.
There's a chance at the top. He needs the hit.
Oh,
he can't.
Unlucky.
I tell you what, Sammett's pretty quick.
He is.
I think he might have been home too. But there is that 2 runs. They do move 6 runs in front. Queensland need at least 2 wickets. Ham has the ball. Beju on strike.
Oh, good
It's a
call.
chance again. Get through for a single.
It's a good call.
7 runs in front. 4 balls remain.
Bit of a grimace on Beju's face there. I wonder if they'll be looking to... No, it looks like they're going.
Well, they just need to score 1 more time and then they've won the game. They can block, get a wicket and they still win. Oh, it'll be out surely. Oh, it's a little fumble.
Geez, that would have put a whole different context on the last couple of balls.
It's a great piece of fielding. Here it is on the replay. Just needed a clean gather or a direct hit. So 3 balls remain. 7 runs separate the 2 sides. And you think that would do it for WA. They move 9 runs in front. There are 2 balls remaining. Yes,
yep,
it's possible for Queensland to win, but why would all WA have to do is block it out?
Yeah, and that's what they're doing. Rod's put his hand up and said, sit there.
There it is. That will do it. With 1 ball remaining, WA look to have booked a spot in the grand final. Hey, gee, Ham thinks it's over. 1 to come, buddy. There it is. WA have won the major semi-final in the over 50 men's division, getting ahead of Queensland in what was a really well-constructed run chase, 106 to 97, and will have advanced to tomorrow's grand final. For Queensland, well, they now need to take on Victoria in the preliminary final later today. David, what a match. You'd be happy as a WA boy.
Absolutely. The boys, I know a lot of the boys quite well, and they will be stoked to get the afternoon off, to play as well as they've played. Obviously, Queensland are a very strong side, not only in the 50s, in all divisions. So, yeah, they'll enjoy a well-deserved rest this afternoon, catch up with the trainers, get done what needs to be done, and freshen themselves up for tomorrow. And look, our accommodation's about a half-hour, 35-minute drive away. So whether they come back and watch the prelim or just stay in the rooms and watch it on YouTube, not sure. But, yeah, they'll be stoked with the win.
Absolutely. Now, folks, don't go anywhere. Coming up next, it's the over 40 men's semi-final between Queensland and New South Wales. That's from 1:30 p.m. Eastern. I do hope you can join us then. But until then, David McKay, thank you for your company once again.
Thank you.
And ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for yours. For David and for Stephen Howell, for Cricket Australia and the whole broadcast team, I'm Cameron Walter. Thanks for watching.